You know what it is, man? DJ Thorough, aka Thorozano, Bridge to the Streets.
The Heineken is here. We just relaxing, man.
You know the pizza god. You know the pizza god today.
Nah, nothing. We got true life in the.
We got true life in the building.
You're ready, man. Let's get it,
Yo,
man.
thanks for coming through, brother.
You're ready, man. Appreciate y'all.
First of all, man, I know it's been some time, but welcome back home, man.
Appreciate
it.
Congratulations.
Welcome back home.
Appreciate it.
You know, you still
You
look.
don't age either, man.
You look younger than when you went in.
Like-
Like real shit.
Appreciate
What's the
that
fountain
shit,
of youth
man.
that around here?
Alkaline water, man. The last time we saw you, man, you shot the video
The Future.
with
I don't get
Future.
high though. I don't get high too, so that helps out.
Oh, that's
Really?
beautiful.
Okay.
A lot of people, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh, true life is crazy. They're assuming I smoke a bunch of bud, drink a bunch of alcohol. You know, I never played around with no kind of drugs at all, man. You know?
Dope.
Even before you went in?
Nah, man.
Really?
When you grow up with, you know, so many people around you using drugs, you know, when your parents is using drugs and, you know, everybody around you, your aunts, your uncles, and people are in and out of homes and, you know, watching them lose their kids and living in shelters and doing
That's
the most
real-
craziest
wow.
things, you know.
I can relate because I come from the same background. That's why I don't smoke or drink, never in my life.
Pretty
That's
much,
dope, yeah.
it puts that fear in you of knowing, like, that's not something I want to dib and dab in and play around
I think
with,
that's
you know what
dope, given that you've been in this game a lot of years, legitimately, so you're always around the element, always around the drinking, always
Yeah.
around the smoking, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So that self-control, you gotta respect that, you feel me?
I'm saying? Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I just remember you shutting down Harlem in the Bronx. Like, you had all the little kids running up 3rd Avenue. Like, it was a legendary moment, man.
For the
Like,
last night video?
yes. You know,
we
I,
was there, we was
I remember you just spraying champagne, even though you don't drink, on the cameras. And the director's like, it's $10,000.
a
And
red
you
camera.
sprayed it again. You know?
Yeah, man, just having fun, man. It was definitely a fun moment.
Yo, let's talk about the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a fan since day one. The first, I don't know if it's your first record, but what was it, the Aya record? Aya?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you took it back.
Come on, baby.
Yeah,
Took it
man.
back, man. A lot of people don't know
You don't know
that,
that.
man.
I know that.
I
I'm
give
a
you
real,
props
I'm a
for
real,
that one.
come on,
Mhm.
baby.
Give you props for
I'm
that
a real
one.
New York dude up here, all right?
Yeah,
I know what's
facts.
going on. What was that like when you made that record? Because I know the meaning behind the record. For people that don't
Yeah,
know, explain that.
Aya was like, I don't know, a lot of the Asian people, you know, I grew up in the Lower East Side, so there's a lot of Asians down there. So Aya is like, when they screaming for like, you know what I'm saying, like help type shit. And,
I love this.
a
Yo.
lot of people used to, you know, get robbed and stuff like that. They
Yeah,
would get their
China-
chain snatched,
yeah.
so they would like scream, Aya, 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 you know what I'm saying? So when they, you know, they would scream that all the time, and it just became like our code in the hood, you know what I'm saying? Like we just, you know what I'm saying? That's how we used to call each other, like, Aya. You know what I mean? It was just something we
You
picked
learned
up
something
on.
today.
You learn something, yeah.
You learned something today.
One of my things I liked, man, is your interviews when you were coming up, man. You was not with the games and you was always entertaining, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you used to run up on Shade 45. I just sit there on the internet like, yo, this true life nigga, he different, B. He living the life, man. Like, have you mellowed down since? It seems like, or you still? I mean, I know coming out, you probably got
saying, you
certain
know,
probation things you got to abide by.
It wasn't, you know, it's not so much, when you really from the streets, man, and you really live a certain kind of life, you're trying to escape the streets.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? So I didn't plan to come in the game, like to do the things that I ended up, you know, getting into and a lot of the legendary things that happened to me with these beefs. So it wasn't like I was running around trolling like to do this to get hot or to, it really wasn't like that. It was just certain incidents that I fell in, and coming from the Lower East Side where there's no rappers never came out from. You know, ain't too many Spanish niggas in the game. I'm a little skinny nigga. I already had the skinny man complex, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just, you know, I just thought, you know, we used to listen to rappers and think that they really was living a certain kind of life and that it was
And
real.
no, you was living, like, when I see.
So we was
yeah.
really living that for real in the streets. So coming up, we just felt like, you know, when I got put in certain situations, I thought that that's the way I had to react, was the way we react in the streets, of how we handle things in the streets when someone disrespects you. And then I had to learn the hard way that you really don't get too far with that in the game, that you get blackballed in the game and a lot of, you know, negativity. It helped me in a lot of ways where it got me known and everybody knew who I was and got the story out, but then it hurt me at the same time where I never got to get my music out, and that's why I got my first album coming out now, because things was too real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was too real with me. In this game, they love the gangster image, but they don't love the gangster. You know what I'm saying? It's like a double-edged sword. It'll be like, oh, True Life is an idiot. He was with Jay-Z, just had billboards up on Times Square. He done went and threw his life away. He's a fucking idiot. And then, you know, they'll have an artist like Rick Ross and be like, oh, he was a cop and XYZ and X, and try to discredit him for being, not being gangster. You know what I'm saying? So it's pretty much damn if you do, damn if you don't in this game. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you don't live it, they're gonna talk about you. If you do live it, they're gonna talk about you too. Because when you live it, you wind up involved behind bars where I was. You understand what I'm saying?
You know what made
you
unique?
More dead.
You know what made you unique at that time? There was DVDs out, visuals.
Yeah.
If my memory serves me, I think you were literally the first rapper that there was actual police attention based on what you were doing in visuals. Which is weird, because now it's all over you with the World Star, internet. When I first heard like they were looking into it, I'm like...
They used to follow me everywhere, man. I was hip-hop police, #1 target. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would get followed around everywhere.
What was that like, though, at that time? Because that wasn't, back then, that was unheard of.
Yeah.
To know that...
Well, it wasn't fun everywhere, be honest with you. When you carrying yourself with like a certain type of negativity, it like... Energy is real. So when the energy is negative, it's gonna attract other negative energies. And it's just like a domino effect everywhere you go. So everywhere we went, it was a shootout, it was a stabbing, it was a cutting, it was a riot, it was a, you know what I'm saying, it was something. Like when I would carry a gun on me, everywhere I would go, I'd have a gun on me. And everywhere I would go, I would get into problems. Because it was like a gun is negative.
Yeah.
And it's the negative energy of me just having that on me. I could be dead by myself, get ready to go to the store. And I just had a gun on me going to pick up milk. You know what I'm saying? And the energy would come. I'll run into a nigga with a gallon of milk in my hand and I had to pull it out and let it go. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like negative energy attracts negative energy. Now, I move a little different and I'm a little wiser and I try to put God first and just move differently. Now I feel like I got a different kind of energy around me. I got angels around me, you know what I'm saying?
I love
like,
it, man.
Before I used to have a bulletproof vest on me, you know what I'm saying? Gun on me. Couldn't go nowhere without a gun, bulletproof vest, looking, turning. Now I got angels around me everywhere and I feel like when I pull up, it's just totally different. I could walk into a room where they like, True, don't go in that room. They gonna kill you. There's 40 niggas in there waiting for you to kill you. And I'll walk right in there, not because I'm super tough. It's just because God got me, man. I'm God's child, and I got different kind of angels around me watching me. And God will just jump in their mind and their heart. And it might be a nigga there with a gun who wanted to kill me. And he like, yeah. And then it just changed his mind. He can't kill me, man. Right. You know, when God got you, man, there's no army formed against you that can prosper, man. Nobody can beat you when you got God with you, man. Right. So I'm just trying to put that first now.
Let's talk about the music.
Let's talk about the positive energy of this project and the music. Let's go positive. Let's move forward here.
Yo,
what's the name of this project? Let's talk about
Walking on water, man. I tried to
Can you walk on water?
Man.
Listen, he working towards it.
Every day I walk on water, man. You know, Jesus walked on water to make the non-believers know that God was real. You understand? So I feel like this is what I'm doing. Nobody thought this was possible for me to come home and be able to swerve on these beats.
Quick, fast.
Right.
No, not miss a beat. Jump on shit that's super current and fuck it up. Like you can throw me on a record with whoever, Trippie Redd, 6ix9ine, whoever, a lyrical nigga, and
it's gonna knock.
And I'm swerving and I'm holding my own and sounding like I ain't missed a beat. And they like, damn, how he bouncing like these little young boys? How he killing shit with Future? How he how he doing this? How he doing that? Like they don't understand. So it's like I'm walking on water. I'm making them believe, and I'm showing them that God is real, man. You know what I mean?
Now, did you get negative feedback from? Because a lot of people, your core fans, they used to the New York crew. I think you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah, I got
now you switched up in their eyes.
I've never ever been the type of artist, right, that would ever try to fit in with anything.
Okay.
Right? I always, if niggas was going left, I went right. And I always did what was in my heart. I always said shit that might have not been the most politically correct shit to say, but was the most honest shit in the world for me to say. You understand?
Understood.
So when I came home, I'm calling producers that I thought was lit from my era of where I came from. So I'm calling them to the studio. I'm like, nigga, send me some shit. They playing me shit, and I'm like, this can't be real. What the fuck is this?
Right.
Sound like my son, like my grandmother in the kitchen banging on pots and pans. You know what I'm saying? The shit sounded boring. It sounded outdated. It sounded garbage. It didn't sound inspiring.
That's great self-awareness.
It didn't want to make me do music. It didn't make me want to be creative. I gotta want to be creative. So there was multiple things. That was one part. Okay. Then the other part was me coming home and kind of wanting to separate from being true life for a second, because being true life wasn't entertainment. It was real. Yeah. You know, when I tell you my story, everybody sounds intrigued and it's like, wow, this shit's man interesting. No, it's real life. I just left a cell where I could touch the wall with both of my hands. My sink is right here, my toilet's right here, My food is all up here on top of my motherfucking joint. I ain't got no room. The nigga right next to me is farting. I can smell him. The nigga next to me, he ain't washing. The nigga upstairs is taking his shit. Everybody's yelling and screaming. I'm coming from chaos, bro. I'm coming from losing my house, losing my cars, losing everything. Coming back home, owing the IRS money. You know, not having a nickel. Having beef in the street. Having people feel like I'm responsible for taking somebody's life. Having death threats in the street. Having this, having that, having, you know, my kids want my attention, so I needed to walk away from that for a second, right? To go and just find a way to be creative and not have to relive all of this that I've been living for the last 8 years straight. You know what it is to sit there for 3 years straight and be charged with a crime you ain't do and not know if you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison? For 3 years straight. Fuck the 8 years I did. 3 years straight, wake up every day not knowing if you're gonna die in jail, if you're gonna live in jail for the rest of your life. And his name's tattooed everywhere. I mean, you know, tagged up all over the place. You in a dirty, filthy cell with fucking cum all over the walls, gum, spit, shit, all type of shit. Niggas done shit at the cell down, threw shit all over the place, and you stuck in there like this is gonna be the rest of my life. So I needed a break from that to give you the reality. So I wanted to get in the studio with guys that was gonna be able to get me away from that and be creative and make me wanna do music. So when I found Velas, who's a young talent out of New York, and I found Miles William, who's a young talent, when Saigon introduced me to him, their music was the only music that inspired me to do music. And it wasn't because it was young. It just was like, be honest with you, it was like, I felt like I was in the studio with Dr. Dre. I felt like I was in there with Swiss in his prime. I felt like I was in there with who I needed to be in there with, A-list producers, even though they wasn't really the biggest producers in the world. They were on that level.
Right.
So it felt good and it just felt natural. And I was like, damn, this is a little different. I didn't really expect this. But I'm like, damn, this shit is hard.
Right.
I can't deny that this beat is making me want to talk on this right now.
Yeah.
So we just started to make music. And when we started to make music, it just felt natural. And I was like, wow, I didn't expect to go this route. But it just naturally happened. We made bag for it. And I was like, damn, this just sound like a vibe. I sent it to Rick Ross. He was like, yo, you floated on this. This is crazy. You know, and they was feeling the wave. And it was like, okay, maybe we on to something. And I just started to rock out with them.
I heard that joint with, I forgot the young kid doing the R&B vocals with you
That's
and
Velas.
East. Velas, you and
Velas.
East. And it's you and East on it.
Oh, no, that's Shemaine Elliott.
Yeah, because
Shemaine Elliott.
you know, I was chopping it up with Clue, and you know, he's talking about the relationship y'all have, and he's like, yo, I got this joint right here, played it. We was like, yo, play that on the radio now.
Facts.
Yo, with you and East on that,
Appreciate
the ladies are gonna be losing their mind. I think it's a perfect song for everybody on it. I don't know if you heard it yet, Thorough.
No, I haven't heard it yet.
Fire. But it was never, yo, let's get
It's a fire record.
It was never, yo, let's get in the studio and let's try to make a record for the radio. Yo, let's make this record just for the South. I need a South sounding joint.
Right. I think that's what everybody was assuming.
No,
right.
no, I don't move like that, man. I'm a real artist, bro.
Right.
I just get on, you know, I needed something that was inspiring. So, and then when I started to make these records with the young boys and it felt good, I said, man, I don't care what nobody think, man. This shit feel right. It feel right.
Real.
It's undeniable. It sounds like it's not forced because it wasn't forced.
Right.
So I just let it go. And then I also said, give me a second and I'm gonna come back and get these other dudes what they want as well. I'm gonna get my core fans that rode with me for all these years, even though they're a little older right now and they out the loop. And you know, the older fans don't really live with you because they got responsibilities, they got bills, they got rent to pay, they got this, they got that. So they not the artists that's streaming you and doing all that, but it wasn't for that. But I'm gonna get back to that and I'm gonna give them the personal shit, which is me. I'm gonna give them the stories and tell them what I went through, what, you know, all the pain that I've been suffering and just give them the real street raw me.
Right.
But I needed time to do that. And if you can't respect that and the nigga can't understand that, then it is what it is, man. But I needed time, bro. I needed time to live, man. I needed time to get my mind together. And I feel like now I'm prepared to do that. So this next project is going to be a little bit more of that, where you're going to feel the more personal records and the more, even though I gave you records on here too, like Rock Nigga. You know what I'm saying? I gave you the Yan Yan feel, which was the straight New York head bopper. You know what I'm saying? But it's never like, let's do a New York record. It was just like, oh, that's fire, throw that on. It didn't sound like played out New York. It didn't sound like outdated New York, boom, bap.
Right.
Not everybody's gonna get away with rhyming on beats that Kendrick Lamar and
J. Cole.
J. Cole Not so much Kendrick rhymes on shit that be something more in the club and shit like that than J. Cole does. More like J. Cole. Like, not every artist is gonna do that. If I did it, niggas would be like, True Life is so washed up.
Right.
Quickly, that's
dirt. I'll be in SOBs with 50 people performing.
It'll be more than that.
It'd be 50 people. And half of the 50, it'd be 38 of them would be my family, my aunts, my cousins, and you know what I'm saying?
I mean, I appreciate your perspective on this, man.
Just keeping it real,
That's
man.
real G-talk, man.
So who's on this project, other than yourself, obviously?
To be honest, that's another thing. I was never big on, I need features, I need this. Like, I went to go lean on features.
Right.
Future just so happened to be my brother. That was just straight natural, you know what I'm saying? So that happened organically. Future just being my brother, us coming up together from the dungeon, working since back in the days when he was Meathead.
Yeah, Meathead.
You know
People
what I'm
don't know
saying?
that.
And us growing up together, fucking around with Rico Wade and the whole Dungeon family. Shout out to Bubba Sparks, who actually, introduced me to Rico. So that's where that came from.
Damn, you took it back differently.
Me and Tory Lanez met me in the club, be honest with you. I knew who he was, but I didn't assume that he even knew who I was. He one of the hottest in the game. And he called me over like to ask, like, yo, can I take a picture with you? And I was like, you out of your mind? Like, he's like, yo, I want a picture with you, bro. Like,
that's dope.
Can I take a picture with you? You don't understand how I've, been watching you on DVDs and looked up to you. And I was just like, can you take a picture with me, nigga? I'm like, hell yeah.
You know what it was?
I need a picture with you, nigga.
The way you were put together was like the essence of what the culture is from that moment in time. You know what I'm saying? You embodied so many people. Everybody could relate because you lived around Asian people, you lived around black people, young people. So it's like, yo, he fits everything. And then you were living the life. You spoke well. You were always about the action.
But the things that made me great and made me big,
it put you bad.
Put me back too. Because people don't know me musically, right? People know me for my charisma, my story, my wildness, and the whole DVDs, and they just know me for True Life, the myth, the legend, the streets, the craziness, the over-the-top shit. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people across the country knew that. Right. So now I just wanted to make it be about the music, and I think the music is spreading right now, right?
Yeah.
But it's not spreading the way that it could be. Because, right, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm not doing the over-the-top fake antics that most of these niggas is doing, right? To go viral and sell records, because hit records don't sell hit records. That takes time to build up. You build a fan base, and it grows slowly, and your fans grow with you. And they go spread it out, and they go say True Life is the realest, he's the illest. And it takes time for them to spread that from one mouth to another mouth to another mouth, and it organically grows. But you just don't go for the home run. But if I was doing the over-the-top antics, then we'd be in home run season right now. Because I can do it better than all of them. And they don't want to play around with me.
You lived it,
And they don't want to play
man.
around with me. But they doing it for fake. They gonna play around. They gonna diss each other, and they gonna go to the club, and they gonna see each other, and everything gonna be cool. I'm gonna go to the club. And the club is no longer open. It's shut down for life. They closing the club
And he ain't lying, man.
No, they're closing the club down because now it's too real. I don't know how to deal with that type of disrespect. You understand? Because when it's real, it's real.
It's real.
When we did, we did.
We did. There has to be a resolution.
No. These guys running around, they get security, so then they think they safe because they were security. We don't care about none of that. Suicide bombers. I'm from the suicide bomber era. You have police with you. You got the hired gun. You got your security. You got your girl. There's nothing. No, everything's out the window. When it's war, it's war. There's no fairness in war. You understand? When it's war, it's all outdoors. All gloves is off. We don't give a fuck if you with your security. Don't care about nothing. Once I got to get back into savage mode.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in savage mode. I'm trying to be in the mode I'm at right now. Put God first and win, and let it be about the music. So if it take that for me to be number one, I'm cool being number two. And that's where I'm at with it right now. People appreciating the music. The fans that got it, they got a hidden gem. The ones that don't, they just ain't on to it yet. It's not like they hearing it and they like, oh, this shit is trash. The niggas that's hearing it is like, wow, I did not know True Life can put together records and write songs of this manner and this magnitude. You know what I'm saying? So it's doing what it need to do, and we gonna keep turning up. And I'm on parole, man. I got them people.
I'm gonna keep it real. In fairness,
gotta be a little easy, man.
In fairness, I don't want to ask this, but because you lived it, seeing what happened with 6ix9ine and the Rico thing, is there any perspective you can give on that? Knowing that your life where you was on camera
I
and
tried
they
to
used...
give, shout out to 6ix9ine, I think he's young, I think he's definitely a talent. I tried to give him, advice,
Yeah, had an actual conversation?
Yeah, he's hollered at me, he used to FaceTime me, hit me up, met him a couple times in the club, and we exchanged numbers, and, he told me how he looked up to me as well when he used to watch me on the DVDs, him and Shotty and them boys, and they used to tell me how they fucked with me and respected me and X, Y, and Z, and I tried to give them that positive advice and let them know from being in similar situations of what is gonna conspire, and that shit was already hot for them. They was already, super popping. So I used to just try to explain to them that, what was gonna come along with that, and that, just try to give them advice, man, and tell them that, right, some things may not be worth it, man. You know what I'm saying? Some shit just may not be worth it. I think he's a talented artist, man, and we think he got hella charisma. He definitely, he got something with him, man, and I wish him and his team the best, man. It is what
Understood,
it is. But, I try to give all the young boys, man, real advice. You know what I'm saying?
Because you went through it differently, man, so you would know better.
I'm not perfect neither, man.
Of course.
I'm the guy that gives the best advice in the world. I've been through a million different things, man. I trust me, man. That's why I try to stay out the way. I give real good advice. I don't always take the best advice in my own head when things,
it be like
the
that.
wires get disconnected, they get disconnected. Things go haywire. You understand?
Your relationship with Jay-Z, is it still intact, or where you all at with that?
I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really see Jay. We ain't really got a relationship at this point. You know what I'm saying? Be honest with you, like, it's not like I have a crazy relationship and we talk and this and that.
Right, okay.
Me and OG Warner's like brothers. I just left Rock Nation the other day, went up there, went up the title and all that. And me and Warren spoke while I was away in prison, spoke when I came home, talk on the phone all the time. It's my brother. Ain't no hard feelings with me and Jay. I'm just out here doing what I gotta do, and he doing what he gotta do, and I guess, that's where
when y'all link up, y'all link up.
It just is what it is,
And then, since you've been out, all the issues you had, you cleared out it with everybody, or it's or it's grown man time, let it.
Some I did, some I didn't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Understood.
You know what I mean? There's been certain individuals, man, who's, gone out here, man, and told stories the wrong way. Went out there and said lies on cameras, and, I've allowed them to slide, because I'm like, my God, don't make me hop out of retirement, bro. Really take the belt off my nigga and spank your ass live on IG. Cause shit is real different right now with all these cameras. So if you start to get me to go crazy out here, you're not gonna be able to go outside no more, bro. Cause I won't even stop, my nigga. I really would smash fuck your career. I'ma smash your confidence into the motherfucking ground. And I could, but I choose not to, man, because I'm just being humble and I'm being godly, man. So I'm gonna let you tell a story how you want to, man. But if I hear you say my name one more time in any interview ever, and mention my name, which I doubt you're gonna do it because you got it off, and I gave you the pass. Just know I gave you that pass, though, man, because you don't want me to tell the story the real way it went down. You understand? So we gonna leave that at that.
Understood. Hey, listen, true life, man. I appreciate you coming up.
I just don't like liars, man. Niggas be lying, and for me, if you're gonna lie, just don't say the story. If a nigga tell you what happened with you and X, Y, Z, if I ain't gonna tell it the correct way, I'ma just be real and I'ma say, listen, man. I don't want to talk about that, man. I'm up here on a different type of time,
There
bro.
you go.
I'm up here on this, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about my project.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If a nigga want to be real, you feel like you want to say something or you want to talk to me, my nigga. But if you want to talk to the people and tell the people a story and it's not real, it really ain't go down like that, I don't respect that, bro. I just don't, my nigga. It's whole shit, man.
What's your relationship with Clue? Because, he speaks highly of you.
That's the bro, man. Shout out to DJ Clue, man. He's definitely been a great supporter since I've been home and been behind the music. And he's just been, amazing, man. He's, he even produced a couple records on the joint, man. That's the bro. And we just trying to win, man. I'm trying to be positive. Honestly, I didn't even mean to jump back to the whole, you know what I mean? It's just, I'm trying not to, it's like I try to just be real. I try to be
we didn't say no names. I just want to, we're good.
I'm just trying to be real, man, without really having to go there,
extra.
Man.
I get it.
Saying? Like, let's just be real,
let's
man.
be real.
It, man. Let's just be real, man. I ain't no super gangster nigga, man. I'm just me, man. That's it.
All right, before we get out of here, man, let them know where they can get that project out.
Walking on Water, baby.
All right.
Go stream that thing everywhere, man. All over, man. Go stream that at Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, Google Play, man. Go see the videos on YouTube. You know, go to the IG, man. The real true life, man. Cause I'm the real true life. I ain't no faking with me. I don't tell stories and lies, nigga. I keep it 1,000. A nigga punch me in my face and I come up here and you be like, so true. You probably gonna be like, damn, I don't really want to ask you this question, but true. But how did it feel? You know what happened when the guy punched you in the face? I'll be like, nigga, that shit hurt so hard.
That's a real man.
My jaw is still killing me right now. I'm not gonna lie. He got one off on me. You heard? Yeah. That's how I give it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It is what it is. Then what you can say. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I done punched in my face. I done got beat up. I done been hit with bats. I done been stabbed. Nigga, I done been through it all, my nigga. It is what it is. There's niggas out there that can say, I done punched True Life in the face. Yeah, nigga. It is. We done got it on. That's what happens when you fight. You punch each other in the face, right?
You're gonna land blows.
Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, man. But as long as you fight back, you never lose.
The only, like you said, positive vibes. When you shoot that video with Dave East, I need to be, because listen, because that's a ladies' song. So I need all the models there. I need all that action.
Big fact.
Because that record is a mega record. When I heard it, he's like, because we was right there at Power. He's like, what you think? So play that shit now. He played it right on the radio.
Big fact.
Yo.
There it is, man. True Life. You know what it is. Like always, when you see us, we're near us.
Yeah, man.
Respect. Yeah.
R.I.P. the Prodigy, man.
Definitely, man.